Ah, yes, the great college experience. But amid the studying and socializing, period perseverers are also balancing their biological clocks to manage their symptoms while still achieving the most, in and out of the classroom. That's why we're offering Nemova, a privacy-centered menstrual tracking application. The more you know about your cycle, the more you can plan your life around, well, you. To use, input accurate data about your menstrual cycle, basal temperature, sex drive, mood, bloating level, weight, discharge level and quality, and other symptoms such as cramps, itchiness, fatigue, headaches, insomnia, acne, tender breasts, cravings, nausea, constipation, diarrhea, spotting, and stress. Input accurate data about your actions and state, including exercise, travel, meditation, amount of journaling, contraception, sexual activity, the number of liters of water you drink, alcohol use, illness, and whether you took an ovulation or pregnancy test. Link your partner to improve your sex life. We may even remind him to bring you a glass of water if you've had a rough day. We know you're busy and definitely don't have time to read our 6,000-word terms of service agreement. And you know what? We don't want you to. We are, however, legally required to share with you some of the results of your agreement.
You may receive ads for baby clothes. You may receive ads for Plan B. Your data feeds the $75 billion femtech industry. Your data may be used to misinform legal policy. Your data may be used to misinform corporate policy. Your intimate data may be used as evidence in an investigation. Your location may be used to extrapolate your actions. Geofencing may be used to serve you misinformation. Your identity may be ascertained using your metadata without your consent. Your conversations may be recorded without your knowledge. You may be subject to law enforcement searching your home based on your internet searches. You may be subject to prosecution under the law. You may have to testify in court regarding your data if you want to get an abortion. Your partner may be updated with information about your menstrual cycle. A random person who claims to be your partner may be updated with information about your menstrual cycle. Any random person who may have access to your menstrual data due to data leaks. Your data may be stored on insecure servers. Your data may be stored unencrypted. Your data may be sold to the highest bidder. Your data may be used to train AI models. Your searches in the app may be tracked. Your Google searches may be used against you. Your Google search history may be used to ascertain your location and presence at an abortion clinic. Unnecessary data about you may be stored without your knowledge. Your data may be stored for an unspecified amount of time. Data about your mood may be used to train models and inform policy decisions. Data about your sex drive may be used to train models and inform policy decisions. Data about your flow may be used to train models and inform policy decisions. Data about your ovulation may be used to train models and inform policy decisions. Your data may be turned over to law enforcement. Your data may be stored and used later for unintended purposes. Your browsing history may be recorded and used in tandem with other data to indict you. You may be required to read an extensive privacy policy to understand how your data is used. You may be required to trace privacy policies that reference external privacy policies in an attempt to understand how your data is being used. You may be legally bound to a document that the company providing the app knows you don't read. You may be relinquished your control of your data to the company providing the service. Your state government may have an interest in this data and enforce an abortion ban and punish you for having an abortion. Your federal government may have an interest in this data and enforce an abortion ban and punish you for having an abortion. Your state government may be able to request or purchase your data. Your federal government may be able to request or purchase your data. You may unknowingly agree to predatory practices. You may be unknowing to the extent that your data can be used to police themselves and others. The ubiquity of surveillance technology may be used to enforce abortion bans. Your local law enforcement may take advantage of surveillance capitalism and your data to enforce abortion bans. Geofencing may be used to obtain a warrant to search your home. Your location may be used to obtain a warrant to search your home. Geofencing may be used to obtain a warrant to search the home of your loved ones. Your location may be used to obtain a warrant to search the home of your loved ones. Your data may not be anonymized. Even if your data is scrubbed with personally identifying information, it may be linked to you via other data that may be collected, either by the app itself or by other services. You may begin considering your body as something to be regulated by an app. You may begin experiencing anxiety about tracking activities. Your menstrual data is not protected by HIPAA. The articles you read on the app and the time spent on each article may be recorded and shared with your employer. Your employer may provide you with discounts for using this application. You may be financially compensated by your employer to use this application. You may be threatened with penalties by your employer to use this application. Your employer may be being incentivized to use this application to lower costs of your pregnancy. Your employer's HR department may know the details of your menstrual cycle. Your employer's HR department may know the details of your pregnancy. Your employer at large may know the identified details of your menstrual cycle. We don't know. We just provide your employer with data. They are responsible for who in the company can access it. Your employer might not employ enough pregnant individuals for your pregnancy information to be adequately de-identified. Your employer may not employ enough menstruating individuals for your menstruation information to be adequately de-identified. Your employer may use your menstrual data when evaluating your productivity at work. Your employer may view your act of self-surveillance as an extension of the workplace into your own life. Your ability to track your period may come with the assumption that pregnancy and fertility are your end goals. You may be unable to log events such as miscarriages. You may be unable to log cycles that are longer or shorter than the app's model expects. You may continue to receive pregnancy and birth-focused predictions and suggestions after having a miscarriage. A cycle in which you do not get pregnant and instead do get your period may be portrayed as a waste of reproductive potential. You may receive inaccurate medical suggestions or predictions. Some translations on our app or website are powered by machine learning and artificial intelligence. We disclaim all warranties related to these translations, expressed or implied, including any warranties of accuracy, reliability, or any implied warranties for fitness for a particular purpose or non-infringement. You do grant our application, our affiliates, contractors, service providers, and agents a worldwide, non-exclusive, perpetual, irrevocable, global, royalty-free right and license to use, reproduce, modify, adapt, publish, translate, create derivative works from, distribute, publicly perform, and publicly display content for the purpose of delivering, developing, improving, and marketing the services of our products and services generally, and to use, produce, analyze, aggregate, and otherwise bring process personal data in accordance with our privacy policy. Download the app today.